Hello again, and welcome back to Illegally Cited. This is Jesse here, aka BGFH, and I am back for another PC accessible audio game video. And this time we are looking at a game called Space Wave Race. It is a futuristic racing game, and it is currently available on PC, and if it isn't already, I would have to imagine it's probably going to be coming to mobile in the future, because this is coming from, I believe, the same company that brought us things like Audio Rally Racing, Space Encounter, all those kinds of things, because it seems very, very kind of similar in production and presentation. And but if I'm wrong, I apologize. But yeah, and so this is a futuristic kind of racing game, and we're just going to go into it here. This is, you can get it, I'll put the link to where you can buy the game in the description below the video here. The game is currently about $5 US, which is totally worth it in my opinion. I mean, it's not expensive. It's, the developers definitely need something, so, don't go asking for codes and things like that. It's $5. And I think it is worth that. So you can download it. When you purchase it, you'll get a link to the download, and you will get a serial number, and you just copy that serial number and then go to launch the game. You can turn off your screen reader because it is self-voicing, and the first thing it's going to do is ask you for your activation code or serial number. You just hit Control-V to paste it in, and boom, you're good. And then it will just bring you to the main menu. So let's just hit enter here. We'll launch it. Let me move my mouse out of the way so you don't see it. It takes a second to load. I've got a black screen here. This is a little Unity splash screen.
Welcome to Space Wave Race, Commander. My name is SP8. I am your onboard artificial intelligence. My task is to guide you through the adversities of space. Use the arrow keys or tap to move across the menu options, spacebar or enter to confirm, ESC to go back. Play.
Alright, so yeah, you hear that it's kind of, it seems like it's the Microsoft David voice, but they put like a cool sci-fi robot filter onto it, which I do like, because it makes it seem a little bit different than just your vanilla Microsoft voice. It sounds appropriately futuristic to match the setting, and it sounds kind of cool. I like it. So we have a horizontal menu. We got play,
options, credits, exit, play.
And there you go. So before we go into play, I'm going to go to options real quick and show you what's here.
Difficulty.
Now, I do have one issue with the way these options are. They're, it's very easy to use, but the problem is it doesn't tell you what the option is currently set to. I wish that it would have said like difficulty medium, or difficulty set to medium or something, to tell you. Same if I go to the right.
Voiceover,
that's just, you can turn it on or off. You can't adjust speed or anything. It's just on or off.
Subtitles,
you can turn those again. I don't know if they're on or off. It doesn't tell me.
dyslexia reinforcement.
So dyslexia, I think that just gives me some dyslexia fonts, I believe.
High contrast
is currently on, and again, it doesn't tell me that, and the only reason I know that is because I was playing with it earlier. So
enable.
I'm going to say disable, so you can see what it looks like
difficulty.
without it. There's the normal mode.
Voice, dyslexia, high contrast, reset game progress.
So reset game progress, we don't want that.
Difficulty.
And we're back to difficulty. So again, even if I go into difficulty, let's say, I don't know what it's currently set to. If I had to guess, I would say really hard, because that's the last difficulty that I had it set to. Let me go.
Really easy.
So it always starts when I hit enter on difficulty mode. It always starts out at the first option. So it either needs to start you on the option that you last had selected when you go in there, so you know what the heck you're on, or when you move to the general difficulty option, it should say difficulty medium or high contrast off. You know, tell me what it is, because right now, unless you manually go in and choose every single option, you don't know what it's set to. And that's kind of an oversight. So I'm gonna
Easy. Medium.
I'm gonna hit enter on medium.
Difficulty.
And we will crank it up to very hard or really hard. So we're gonna go, I think that's all we're gonna need.
Play.
Now we're gonna go to play.
Championship.
They do have a tutorial. I'm not gonna go through it. It's pretty short, but you know, to start with, you might want to go. You probably should go through this just so you know what the sounds and stuff are like. Basically, you just use up to accelerate, down to slow down, left and right to steer, and you really don't want to hold these. You just want to do little taps because it's very sensitive on the turning.
Championship.
And then space bar to fire, except for when you fire, you'll hear when I play, you don't just fire when you have an enemy in your sights. You actually have to wait for a, you know, like a beep that goes beep, 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 and then it'll get like a solid thing like it locked on. Then you can fire. So, we have our championship,
Single
race. And it does this sometimes. Sometimes if you arrow too quickly, it doesn't speak the option.
Single
So
race.
let me arrow back.
Endless galactic
Endless
mode.
mode. It doesn't happen a lot, but it does happen. So I'm not quite sure what causes that.
Tutorial.
So we will check out
Single
Endless.
race.
So we're going to do
Championship.
championship. We're going to do maybe, oh, I don't know, maybe 2 or 3 races tops. So let's go there.
New game. New game.
Oh, that's interesting.
New game.
So I played this before, and I beat. They have it organized in 2 different cups, like the bronze and silver cup. I had beaten the bronze cup, and I just did 1 race of the silver. And before I had a continue option to where I could continue the silver cup.
New game. New game.
But apparently, if you exit the game, you lose the progress. So now my silver cup is no longer, I can't continue it. I would have to start from the beginning of the
Space
silver
Wave
cup.
Bronze League.
That's kind of dumb, because if I wanted to quit halfway through, I mean, there seems to be like, what, 10 races or better between these cups. So the bronze cup, there was quite a few races in there that I played through to beat the bronze.
Space Wave Silver League.
Okay, so the silver is still unlocked, but when I exited the game, it erased the progress. Because when you're quitting the game, the whole point is you're probably quitting, and you're going to come back to it later, which would mean you would still want your continue option to be there. Let's say I got 5 races out of 10 in, I quit the game and came back. Oh, well then my continue option is gone? That's not cool. What? So, you know, if I did a race and I went back to the main menu and changed some options, I could go back in and go to continue. But I guess if you exit game currently, I'm guessing that's a bug? I wouldn't think that would be intentional.
Space Wave Bronze League. Space Wave
So we're just going to
Silver
jump
League.
to silver where I left off.
Choose your spaceship.
So
Puma Z3000. Max speed. 70%. Acceleration. 60%. Movement speed. 50%.
So that is your default craft. And this is your all-around spaceship. You have one that's more geared toward high speed, lower acceleration, and then you have a choice where it's more acceleration and less high speed, which is what I used for the Bronze Cup. And then I unlocked
Stellar Space Guardian. Stellar Storm.
So Stellar Storm, that's your
Max
faster
speed.
ship. It looks cool too, visually.
80%.
It kind of has like
Acceleration. Space Guardian.
that's
Max
the
speed.
one I use for bronze.
60%. Acceleration. 75%. Movement speed. 90%.
And the graphics in this game kind of remind me of like a little bit cleaner version of something you would see on like kind of a combination between the N64 and Super FX chip, but just a lot more crisp. You know, they're low polygon models, but they're very stylized. I mean, I like the look of them. I genuinely like the low poly futuristic spaceship look. I like the look of the ships. Genuinely, I do. I think they look cool. And they even got some little shimmery, like when he turns a corner there, you see the little jets in the back as it's spinning around. Yeah, I mean, I like it. It looks, you know, it's just a simple look, but I think it looks really cool.
US Pioneer. Max speed 75%. Acceleration 75%. Movement speed 95%.
So this one is a lot faster, better acceleration, and better turning.
You have
so
chosen
we're going to choose that for the silver.
US Pioneer.
Because I unlocked this after beating the bronze cup. Alright.
Narabi. Turn the engines on at the right time.
3, 2, 1, go!
Perfect start.
So, if you do it at the right time, you get a faster speed, just like a lot of racing games.
Left curve incoming.
Alright, hey, hear that? That tells me that the start of the curve go is starting. The curve
Right
is starting.
curve incoming.
So I'm just going to very lightly tap the right key to kind of, when you hear that...
Enemy incoming.
Okay, enemy incoming, he's on the left. Hear the solid tone there, then I can shoot.
2 asteroids incoming.
Okay, we have 2 asteroids. Now what I didn't mention...
Asteroid avoided.
I'm going to hit pause for a second.
Resume game.
Couple things really fast. What I didn't tell you is in the races themselves, it's kind of a weird hybrid because when you're racing, you have 3 lanes, almost like in Fear, F-E-E-R. You have a left, middle, and a right lane. And so when you're dodging asteroids or you're lining up an enemy to target it, you're in one of these 3 lanes. And so what I do is I deal with an obstacle and then I go back to the middle lane. That's just my strategy, because that way I can easily go left or right and I don't have to jump multiple lanes to get to my next obstacle. But when you turn, it's almost more free form. It's not like you're in a lane as much, so you kind of have to like feather the arrow keys a little bit, just tap them in the direction that you're trying to hear. You know, you'll hear the sound effect if you're getting too close to the wall on the left or the right. So that's kind of the overall gameplay of this. Now, the one complaint I do have about the pause menu here is we have resume,
back to menu, resume game, restart level, back to menu, resume game.
There should be, the options menu should be in here as well, because let's say I'm in the middle of a race and I will show you once we get to one with a lighter background. And if I'm playing this visually, there are visuals to this game that you can play it totally audio, which I have been doing. And let's say I want to change the high contrast on, or I want to change subtitles, or I want to quick do a setting. I have to go out to the main menu to do that, and pretty much any modern game, hell, I mean most games nowadays, you know, you pause the game and you can go into the options. So that's something that I wish they would add, is give me the options from the pause menu so I can make a quick adjustment and then see how that works in my current race. So that's a minor issue that I have.
Back to menu, resume game.
So let's continue.
Left curve incoming.
Okay, so that little... yeah, that noise is our...
Enemy incoming.
Okay, enemy's on the right lane. It's targeting. Blocked.
Enemy eliminated.
You can't shoot him before.
Right curve incoming.
Otherwise, the whole targeting will just reset. So you don't
Asteroid
shoot
incoming.
until you hear the solid beam. Asteroid in the middle.
Asteroid avoided. Left curve incoming.
That's me turning, just tapping the left thing, get back to center.
Race finished.
Okay.
First position. Your time. 1 minute. 28 seconds. Next race.
I should also mention you can't get second or
Era.
third. You have to always get first.
Perfect start.
All right, perfect start. Here we go.
Asteroid incoming.
Okay, one asteroid. Is in the middle.
Asteroid avoided. Enemy incoming.
Middle, okay. Stay there. Fire.
Enemy eliminated. Left curve incoming.
Whoa, did that too early. Okay, we gotta chill out a little bit here. Okay.
Enemy incoming.
Alright, middle again.
Enemy eliminated.
Hit spacebar to shoot, by the way.
Asteroid incoming.
I wish you could shoot asteroids, but you can.
Asteroid avoided. Right curve incoming.
And I'm just doing this with audio. Got my eyes closed.
Asteroid incoming.
Okay, that seems to be right in front of me, so let's move off to the right.
Asteroid avoided. Left curve incoming.
Start with the curve. You hear that? So what happens is you gradually veer to the outside of the curve,
Asteroid
depending on what
incoming.
you're doing, and you eventually you kind of have to tap, so you don't hit
Asteroid
the outer
avoided.
walls. And you hear that warn warn.
Enemy incoming. Enemy
So you hear that
eliminated.
warn warn on the right hand
Race
side.
finish.
That is your wall.
New record.
So you don't want to get any
First
near
position.
that, of course.
Your
Alright, that was
time.
easy enough.
1
I'm waiting to see until we
minute.
get to a
33
lighter
seconds.
colored level, so you can see what that looks
Next
like.
race.
Next race, let's go.
New
Okay, I guess we're
Triton.
going another dark race. I want to see a dark one here.
Perfect start.
It's dark, of course, because I'm, yeah. Alright.
Asteroid
So
incoming.
now I'm going to look at it visually, just so I can tell you anything
Asteroid avoided.
visually about it if you're low vision.
Enemy incoming.
Okay, so we're going to go to our left. And the levels, basically, they have rocks around on the sides. And
Right curve incoming.
you have, it looks like a space highway, kind of. You've got like a dashed line down the middle.
Asteroid
And
incoming.
you're just going through these like spacey levels. There's like a planet on
Asteroid
the
avoided.
right in this level that
Left
has a
curve
ring on it, like
incoming.
you're going around Saturn or something. Oh boy, that was bad. That was me being stupid and hitting the wrong button.
Enemy
I
incoming.
hit the wall on the right. I was too busy talking and not listening too much.
Enemy eliminated. Asteroid incoming.
So
Asteroid
you've got
avoided.
asteroid kind of rocks on the other
Right
side,
curve incoming.
and you're just going through space, you know? The road, you've got the little dashes in the middle, but otherwise it's
curve
just
incoming.
space. Not quite sure how they do the lines and they have the perfect lines and stuff in space, and then
Asteroid
it's a flat
incoming.
track. There's not like it's not like a roller coaster where you're going up and down hills and stuff
Asteroid
like
avoided.
that. It is flat,
Right curve incoming.
but yeah, it is fun.
Race finished.
Yeah,
New record. First position.
I did okay, but I
Your time.
hit the side of the track
1
that one time because I was being
minute.
stupid. That was
38
my fault.
seconds.
All right, so give me
Next race.
a light colored one so I can show you guys.
Hot
Well,
Hoop.
this one's a little bit lighter, but there's some that are actually really light.
Perfect start.
So I will do this one. I'll see what the next
Left
one is,
curve
and then
incoming.
regardless, we'll just we'll quit, and then we'll do a couple other things before I wrap the video up.
Enemy incoming.
Alright, enemy incoming, left side, targeting, shoot.
Enemy eliminated.
Got him.
Asteroid incoming. Asteroid avoided. Right curve incoming.
Ow!
2 asteroids incoming. Asteroid avoided.
I like the voice, and I like the
incoming.
music too. The music has got this cool, like 80s synth, super, like, or sci-fi feel to it. I really like it a lot.
Asteroid incoming. Asteroid avoided. Right curve
Generally,
incoming.
I do like the presentation. The simple, stylized graphics, and the audio is really good. I like the sound effects. I like what they did to the narrator voice.
Asteroid incoming.
And the music is generally pretty catchy.
Asteroid avoided.
Kind of just fades in the background. You got a nice
Enemy incoming.
future-y beat to it. Everything works really well together.
Enemy eliminated. Right curve incoming.
Right curve. On the side. So you keep hearing
2 asteroids incoming.
2 asteroids. We've got to weave up. Maybe going to be in between those.
Asteroid avoided. Race finished.
Okay.
New record.
Well, we hit
First position.
the left side on this
Your
one
time.
once.
1 minute.
The one
50
thing that I would say is I wish the
seconds.
combat, like you just
Next
sit there
race.
and wait. You get in the lane, whatever lane you're supposed to be in. Okay, so
Gaza.
we're in dark again.
Slow start.
Yeah, because I'm hitting a save.
Resume game.
The one thing I will say about the combat is I wish there was a little bit more to it. I think the dodging asteroids is fine. I think the turning is fine. I think those are good. I like the idea of the targeting computer. You know, like you get in the lane and then you see the reticle locking in on the target, or you hear it audibly. But I think it actually happens too slowly. And I wish the lock-on happened a lot quicker. You know, you would just beep, 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 and then boom. You know, it'll get solid a lot quicker. And the other thing, I wish there was just a little bit more interactivity to the combat. Like maybe ships, in order to kill a ship, you had to shoot them like 3 times, but like you would lock on, you shoot him, and then you would have to then after you shoot him once, maybe he would switch to another lane, and then you would have to find him in the other lane. Or once you heard him start, maybe you had so many seconds to get into, especially if the targeting system locked on quicker, maybe you had like a max of like 10 seconds to get in the correct lane and get that lock on target. Otherwise he would reset and he would move to another lane, and then you'd have to retarget him again. I mean, just something to, you know, you'd have to balance that aspect of it. But I mean, just something rather than just like, okay, I sit in the lane, I wait, I hear the solid beep, and then I hit spacebar. I mean, it's cool, but there's not really a lot of, I'll say there's not really any skill to it. I mean, you find him in the lane, but beyond that, you know, yes, you have to time it, but it's, you know, not hard. I don't know, just something to spice up the combat a little bit more. I mean, that's the one aspect of the race that I wish that was a little bit better.
Back to menu.
And I think the other thing that I would say...
Welcome to Space with Options.
The other
Play.
thing that I would say is that it kind of doesn't really feel like a race. You know, you're dodging obstacles, but whenever you see an enemy, again, you're just kind of sitting there until you hear the beep, and then you hit spacebar to shoot them. You're not really dodging other racers. You're not passing them. You know, like in something, let's say like Wipeout on the PlayStation, or, you know, that era of games, Extreme G, Wipeout, those kind of games. You could combat the other racers, or you could just win the race. So, you know, and you had like a turbo boost. So you could either turbo past them if you had the juice for it, or you could, you know, you get power-ups on the track. I mean, maybe that's another option, is you could put, you would hear a sound effect to get some sort of charge up power up, so your lasers would be charged. So if you didn't have enough lasers, you would just have to pass your opponent. I don't know. I mean, there's something you could do a little bit more. I like the core of what this is. I really genuinely do. But I think if you added a little bit more depth to make it more like a racing game, where you have other opponents that you're passing, you got to go through the lanes, and you can either race them by bidding, by actually racing them, or you can, hit power, maybe get power-ups to add laser shots, and then you're able to take them out, and then you don't have to worry about weaving them anymore because you destroyed them. I don't know. I mean, just something to add a little more, make it a little bit more like a racing thing. That could be just some ideas for like a future update, because then it would be really on par. Maybe that's what seems to be missing. I actually ended up, this is my second time recording this video because I had a weird audio issue. I didn't get any audio because I just upgraded to the latest version of Windows 10, and it reset all my audio recording stuff back to defaults, and I forgot to check it before recording. So this is take 2. And but yeah, I mean, like I in the other recording, I said there's something that kind of seems to be missing. It's fun. I like it. It is totally worth the $5. But now that I've played it a little bit more, and I'm talking my way through it on this version of the video, I think if they spiced up the combat in a little bit of those ways, then it would really feel genuinely, I think, more like a mainstream racing game. Something like Wipeout or F-Zero. F-Zero, you didn't have the combat. I mean, you could bash cars in F-Zero X, you could bash a car into the wall, but you didn't have any weapons. But like I said, things like Wipeout or Extreme G, those types of games, Jet Moto. Yeah, I mean, I think if that were spiced up a little bit, this could be really, 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 really cool. And as it is right now, it is fun. So let's go into options. I want to show you high contrast.
Difficulty. Voiceover, subtitles, dyslexia reinforcement, high contrast, enable.
So let's enable it, and you know what, we're going to crank it all the way up to hard.
Really easy, medium, hard, medium.
Yeah, see, right now I should be on medium, but it just doesn't tell me. That still bugs me. I want to know...
Hard. Really hard.
Let me know what option is currently selected, because currently I don't know.
Difficulty.
So we got to very hard. And we're going to do a single, actually...
Championship. Continue game.
See, now I have a continue, but if I were to exit the game and come back in, that seems to go away. So, which kind of defeats the point of having a continue option. I really hope they can fix that in a future update, because when I exit the game and come back, I've done 3 races so far, 3 or 4. So if I exit the game and come back in, I would have to start completely over again. Let's
Championship, single race.
Do a single race.
Space Wave Bronze League, Space Wave Silver League, Narabi, Farah, New Triton, Paku, Narabi, Paku.
All right, so let's do Paku, I guess.
Choose your spaceship. U.S. Pioneer.
Let's do that one
You
again.
have chosen.
So I'll just show you what
US
high
Pioneer.
contrast looks like. It looks pretty similar on like the dark theme and stuff like that, but
Paku.
I like the music.
Perfect start.
Yeah. So you just time the holding of the up button.
Left curve
on the final
incoming.
countdown. Good.
Enemy incoming.
Middle. Yeah, see, I mean, there's nothing to it. You just wait till you hear the tone.
Asteroid incoming.
And then hit it. The combat could be spiced up.
Asteroid avoided.
And then this game would be just super fun.
Right curve incoming.
The turning is fine. I'm totally good with that.
2 asteroids incoming.
The asteroids are fine. I think that works well.
Asteroid avoided. Left curve incoming.
I wonder if they have like a blind...
Asteroid incoming.
I wonder who did the music for this. Like, I wonder if this was created by a blind musician.
Asteroid avoided.
Because whoever did it is...
Right curve incoming.
Really neat, and it fits this pretty well. Ah! Oh god, that was sloppy. Almost hit the wall there. Yeah, I wonder who did the music. I like the soundtrack. Quite a bit. That's pretty sweet.
Asteroid avoided. Enemy incoming.
Okay, it's on the right-hand side.
Enemy eliminated.
Alright.
Right curve incoming.
Yeah, I'm digging the music.
2 asteroids incoming.
Again, middle lane.
Asteroid avoided.
And I forgot to say it earlier, but
Race
obviously
finished.
wear headphones when playing
First
this.
position.
It's going to be
Your
much
time.
easier.
2 minutes. 8 seconds.
Alright, so the last thing we're going to do, I've showed you the championship, I've shown you the single
Welcome to
race.
Space Wave Race Championship Single Race Endless Galactic Mode.
So Endless Galactic Mode, the main difference that I can discern from this is that you don't have the narrator, your little co-pilot buddy there, your robot guy, you don't have him calling out most of the things. You just have to go by the audio, and it is endless until you die. So,
choose your spaceship.
use my
US Pioneer.
US Pioneer.
You have chosen US Pioneer.
yeah, and he'll tell you when you successfully get past
Endless
an
Galactic
asteroid,
Mode.
but he won't tell you.
Perfect start.
He won't tell you when objects come up, so just listen. Okay, that's an asteroid sound. Okay, it's on the right. So he's not saying asteroid approaching.
Asteroid avoided.
He'll tell you that. But aside from that, he pretty much shuts up. And you hear the beep. You have to figure out whether it's a left or right turn. And you could probably have like a slightly different... Oh wait, maybe there is. I was going to see if there's a slight different pitch to indicate a left or right turn. Let's listen to the turns again.
Asteroid avoided.
Okay, so it goes... It's, okay, I think in a... Okay, he does. Okay, high pitch is to the right. That makes sense, actually. So a higher pitch, okay, lower pitch means left turn. Beautiful. Yeah. So they already accounted for what I was just going to suggest. Alright, yeah, so you can tell
Asteroid avoided.
audibly. Okay, that is an enemy. He's in the left lane.
Enemy eliminated.
Got him. Get back to center. The right turn, just for the higher pitch. Yeah.
Asteroid avoided.
So overall, what's here, I think, is actually very well done. And again, this is easily worth $5. I'm sure there's a gold.
Asteroid avoided.
You know, you have bronze, silver, and I have to unlock gold. I don't know if there's anything like a platinum past that. You know, sometimes they'll have like a platinum cup or like a final sort of cup in the championship
Asteroid
mode.
avoided.
But then you got this endless mode, and I could see this working pretty well on a touchscreen. You can probably swipe left and right.
Enemy eliminated.
And then for turning, yeah, either slide or swipe. Okay, we got the turn. Yeah, this works very well audibly.
Asteroid avoided.
Okay, we got an enemy on the right. And fire.
Enemy eliminated.
Get back to center. Yep, left turn. Because left low. Think about it. Left low, right high. You know, you're thinking, and then when you go up to the
Asteroid avoided.
right is usually bigger, so it just makes sense in general. If you're trying to remember what the higher or lower pitches, what they mean.
Enemy eliminated.
Turn is which. Yeah, we're getting some obstacles pretty regularly.
Asteroid avoided.
Can't get a lower one, so we're going to go a little back low. There we go. And you hear the successful chime, you know the corner is done. Turn, yep. So yeah, they tell you when the start of the corner starts and when it ends. Some are shorter or longer than others. Asteroids. Okay, he's zipping along
Asteroid
pretty good.
avoided.
Whoa! Hi, Mr. Asteroid. I kind of ran into you. I didn't dodge you in time. That was my fault. Okay, that's a higher pitch, so we go to the right. I'm just tapping that right button, not holding it. Otherwise, I guarantee you, if you hold it, you're going to crash. Absolutely guaranteed. Yeah, oh wait, hold on. Enemy.
Enemy eliminated. Asteroid avoided.
I'm playing a little bit longer just to see, like, I don't know if it's getting harder.
Asteroid
It doesn't
avoided.
really seem... I mean, the obstacle... Oh, jeez. Okay.
New record. Total distance.
I think the asteroids are probably some of the trickiest because they come up on there
2,974.9.
pretty good. But I don't know...
Welcome to Space Wave Race. Options.
Hush.
Play.
I don't know... Like, I've tried it on easy, I've tried it on medium, and I've tried it on very hard, or really hard, and I don't really notice a heck of a lot of difference. I don't know if things just come more rapidly on the higher difficulties or whatever, but like for the most part, at least during the championship, I don't know if those are more kind of hard-coded to be whatever difficulty, but I don't notice a whole lot of difference between the different difficulties, and that might just be me. You know, maybe I've just had enough experience with these types of games that, you know, I've kind of just gotten used to them. But, you know, I mean, I'm able to play it on very, really hard and not have too much trouble. The main thing is I just got to pay attention and not blab. You know, if I pay attention and really listen, I'm generally do pretty well. So, anyway, that kind of gives you a little bit of everything of what this game has. I didn't do the tutorial, but you kind of heard the gameplay, and I explained it a little bit. This is Space Wave Race. It is available for the PC right now. I'm not sure about other platforms, but if I had to guess, I'm guessing it's going to come to others if it isn't already out on mobile, especially iOS. I would imagine that this is probably coming to other platforms, but you can currently get it for Windows and Mac right now. And it is like $5, about thereabouts. So, you know, definitely I will leave the link to where you can buy it in the description below. And hope you guys enjoyed the video. Give it a look, give it a try. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Follow me on Twitter at BGFH79. Mixer.com/BGFH, illegally-cited.com for all of my projects and such, and of course youtube.com/illegally-cited. Like the video if you did. Hit that subscribe button because we're doing videos all the time. And yeah, hope you guys enjoyed it, and until next time,
Exit.
I will chat with you guys again later.